Hey everyone, we're gonna start over. Welcome to my channel. I'm Alec and you're on Alec is Nostalgic. What even is a Peter Pan complex, you may ask? Being perpetually scared of growing up and wanting to do whatever you felt. Know and love the 5-foot, I don't know, year old boy that stars in the original Disney movie, Peter Pan. Even though he's a narcissist and he's totally immature and irresponsible, I'm not one to judge him because I'm just as bad. We both, and there are some good things about it too. Some of these include being able to resonate with your past and reminisce at all the beautiful things and be nostalgic. Having a Peter Pan complex can save you in really horrible situations, because if you're really stressed out and you think like you don't know what to do with yourself, all you have to do think it does, which means it will. Philosophically. Of just being a kid at heart and being able to adapt to situations pretty well. It's great for when you're actually with kids because you can relate to them because you think you are one. In a serious way though, it can be kind of bad because it has some negative mental health consequences. It had a negative effect on how I developed my eating disorder because I was constantly wanting to be smaller and trying to keep my youth kind of I just want to be like a little boy, you know. So I don't want any hair on my body. Life is just not the same for everyone. I mean, I know we all have worries about growing up, but for me, it's such a horrifying experience that I just can't imagine a future for myself. And I can't plan ahead for things because I keep thinking like, oh, it's fine. Like, you know, I'm a kid. And I never really felt a kid, but I'm actually an adult. So it's just even weirder. It started like exponentially gotten worse. I'm like so scared of being an adult and like I'm an adult and stuff now, and it's just like, and it's not solely the physical aging part, which is horrifying on its own. Seriously, so horrifying. It has a huge influence on me and the way I perceive the world around me, just because as I'm getting older, I'm regressing further into childhood, and it's kind of scary, but it's okay. I'm at that stage where I'm almost done the whole undergraduate situation, which means I really need to buckle down. I resist every opportunity to grow up. But yeah, I'm not kidding. Growing up is scary. Nobody wants to do it. You have much more responsibilities. You have to go work from 9 to 5 every day. So it's super secretive, like you can't tell anyone. It's my birthday. And that's not a good day. Because and not like those guys on Grindr. Like, I mean for serious. Mickey. 1996. 21 years ago, I was born. I don't feel very suave as an adult. I feel much more comfortable in my kid shoes, my light up Skechers, my broken in Converse, my soccer cleats. You can still do kid-like things, and you can try and make as much. It's just the fact that when you're an adult, you do have more responsibilities and you have more obligations to fulfill, and you are expected to act a certain way. If a kid knocks down something in a grocery aisle, nobody looks at them and says, wow, they're weird. You think, oh, okay, that's a kid being a kid. They're going to grow into a responsible adult that no longer does that in their future years. They're just going to go through a couple years of throwing around before they learn that that's not okay. But if an adult decided to throw a couple Gatorades in the stop to the magazine crate, you might look at that adult and be like, what's the matter with you? Trust me, I know from experience. They prefer if you're a kid that does that. They don't necessarily love when the kid does that, but they hate when you do it as an adult. It's just the overall concept of being more expected to behave a certain way. Growing up is a scam. Run away while you can. That is my advice to all the children of the world. There are some benefits to growing up. I'm not saying that there aren't. Some of those include like kind of the freedom to be on your own and have autonomy in that way, where you're able to go off on your own, you're able to drive your own car and go somewhere. If you're a driver, you call the shots when you're an adult, for the most part. Some great stories to tell. Getting a tattoo or piercing, that's something about being a old that you care about. There are tons of great things about being an adult. It's kind of catastrophic when you think about it. It's like totally impacts my interpretation of who I am, because I don't want to be a man. Like, I don't want to look like a man. I don't want those like muscly things here. Like, to me that just feels like fat, sorta. Like, I have that and I just don't like it. Moob muscles, I just don't want those. There's a certain innocence that comes with being younger. Like, I've never touched alcohol. I'm totally straight edged. Never touched anything. No smoking, no cigarettes, no weed, no hard drugs, no anything. And I want to keep it that way. I don't want to be viewed as somebody who does those things, because I want to be looked at as like this innocent little pure thing that never does anything except maybe sometimes goes out for Chuck E. Cheese. Even if people say, no, it doesn't matter, like, you can totally be a kid at heart, I probably dress like a professional. Once you develop the complex, it's most likely true. Take everything that I've been saying with the smallest itty bitty little grain of salt,